and welcome to my channel. This is a bit of a mishmash. It's gonna have everything. I don't know when this is going to go out. So happy Christmas, happy New Year. It's a bit of a mix of a few things. I was going to do one of these. I was going to resin these, but I've gone and heard a drill go flying. I tried sticking it with the wrong thing. So yeah. No, I might wait now. Put these somewhere else. And there is one gone. Holding my fingers. Alright. Let me put them there. I'll get them out of the way. Alright, I'm going to resin them in, basically. Okay. Before I start that, I was going to show you my cake. Let me give you a quick, if I can. Pictures are being stupid. No, I won't. Okay, I'm just going to go with the overhead and maybe change it in a bit. This is the stained glass window cake. Oh gosh, camera. Sorry. Today has been a comedy of errors. Let's just leave it at that. Alright, there is my cake. Stained glass window. I think my problem is my glacé cherries have gone quite pale. And I cut them in half and I should have left them whole. Either way, it's really yummy. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. There we go. So I thought I might share this with you as I'm kind of going. It's sort of breakfast and my mug of tea. Not that you really need to see me eat. Right, because it's Christmas and I got mail, I've got socks. Do you see the socks? There? Okay. I got two lots of socks. I'll talk to you about these in a little bit more detail. Happy socks. Ladies, if you wear boots, happy socks are the business. They do not fall down when you're wearing boots. That's why I love them. Now, I know I've said to you before, it terrifies me sticking scissors where I don't know where things are, because I don't want to cut my socks. I definitely do not want to cut my socks. Now, what I have in here, actually I can't remember what I ordered. Oh, okay, I've got donuts. Wait till you see those little ones. Alright. And there is my invoicey thing. Now, here's the thing about me. I don't wear matching socks. I mix and match all the time. Alright. I have coffee. I can't believe I ordered these. I have donuts. And I have shamrocks. Now, the shamrocks might get mixed with any of my other happy socks that I have. And I got Sophie a couple of pairs as well. Now, these have bunnies and squirrels and nuts on those. And these are heavier and will last her for winter. For a little kid, she's got big feet. But yeah, these are my happy socks. Now, happy socks, as I say, yeah, love them. They've got a slightly sticky happy sock kind of bit on the bottom. These are from an Indiegogo enterprise. The company is called Teddy Locks. And what they did was you paid for 5 socks. Not 5 pairs, 5 socks. They're not meant to match. And these are made of plastic. Ooh, the sticker comes off the paper. And the paper is cool. Alright, now I think I got the pattern way down the bottom of those two pictures. Okay, I thought I got the animals one. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I've got a star, like a sea star. I've got space. I've got boats. Oh, there's a little pirate ship. I've got a dandelion and a bumblebee. And I've got hot air balloons. Okay, I thought I'd got the animals. Doesn't matter. Alright, so these are made from plastic. If you didn't already know, I think polar fleece is actually made from plastic too. But this is recycled plastic, and it's fiber. Yeah, okay. It's kind of blowing my mind. They feel really comfy. Now, I'm not entirely thrilled with all this kind of stuff going on, but I guess it'll be okay. So let's compare the inside of a Happy Sock and the inside of one of these Eco socks. As I said, I've been wearing Happy Socks now. I think my son found them. I love the pattern on them. You can get sets. They're not necessarily the cheapest. You can get sets of, I don't know, $60 Australian for 2 or 3 packets in a pretty gift container. Yeah, my thing was they don't slide down your leg. Okay, so it's the same kind of finish, so it's going to feel just fine. The Teddy Locks nearly feel softer. I'm not sure anything about the Happy Sock origin. Let's see if the label says anything. It's combed cotton, so yeah, cotton versus plastic. The plastic feels amazing. But yeah, as I was saying, the polar fleece, as far as I'm aware, polar fleece is actually made from plastic kind of thing. But yeah, Teddy Locks are my new socks too. So 5 of those and 3 pairs and this pretty paper. Let's see if it says anything. Oh, it says, "Hi, Pippa, your socks are here. Thank you for your support. 10,000 bottles have now been recycled into Teddy Locks socks. We'd love for you to share your feedback with us at Teddy Locks USA. We hope you love them, Sam." Yeah, so Teddy Locks, and there is a little TL on the back of the heel as well, like the picture says. You've got Teddy Locks on the sole, and then you've got the pretty pictures, but I think they're gorgeous. Aside from the yellow foot and a heel and toe, the enterprise of supporting getting plastic out in the environment, especially when I'm doing diamond painting and putting more plastic into the environment, I thought I would share my mail. And you know, it's Christmas, and okay, I'm a girl and I got socks, but I didn't get underwear, and I got Sophie socks, and look how cute little socks are. Let me see if I can show you these squirrels. How cute are they? And they would probably fit her right now. But yeah, they're gorgeous. But I'll throw them in the wash, as I do with all my clothing. And I will put links in the description. Happy Socks are all over all of the media. There's bunnies too. Twitter and Facebook and everything else. So if you would like to check out Happy Socks, I will put a link into the description for Happy Socks. They are amazing socks to wear. Oops. Teddy Locks. Now, okay, this is a bit of the description I was saying about it. Teddy Locks, we believe in sustainable style. That's why we make our socks as collections, not pairs. Made ethically in the USA from used plastic bottles, our socks are reducing landfill and ocean pollution. Luxuriously soft, longer lasting, better for the planet. A set of 5 coordinating socks fits US size 5 to 10 and sock sizes 9 to 11. That's US. I hope they're not going to be too big. I don't think so. Now, did you know how to measure your socks? So this is 57% Repreve, it's recycled polyester, 28% Repreve recycled nylon, 14 Tencel lyocell, and 1% spandex. Give me a Teddy Socks. To test the length of your foot, I think you pinch the toe and the heel and you wrap it around your fist, and if it goes around your fist from heel to toe, that's the length of your foot, apparently. It's one of those Vitruvian Man? This measurement usually equals this measurement and blah 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 and things and symmetry and all of that kind of stuff. They're a small to medium, so hopefully they don't stretch too crazily. Where am I at? It's Christmas Eve. Seriously, I don't think I'm ready for Christmas, let alone anything else. I feel like I've had the worst sleep of my life last night. Look, I've got this kit out and I haven't even prepared containers or bags, and I think they're probably buried. No, I've got bags. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera just for a second while I'm reaching for stuff. Take a look at the pretties. Yeah, so I've been out to the post office. I have sent mail to 5 people who have volunteered to take part in the Vegemite challenge. How many colours? 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Alright, so 5 mail outs on top of the 10, 11 cards that I sent out before Christmas. So they will arrive in about 3 weeks. They've got instructions, they've got some Aussie treats. Got that done. Took Sophie for a walk in the park. Well, not quite the park. It's we've got a little reserve. Next time I'm down there, I'll probably take photos. I don't go down there all that often. But went down to the little reserve, and it was a little out and back, and I mean really, really short out and back, like 100 meters maybe. I'm going to take my boots off. Sorry. So on this little out and back, she walked out, not a problem. We got out to the end of the path, and then we went on to, I guess it was just grass. It's just mown or cut grass. It was, you know, it was okay. And she had a look at some flowers, and she ripped the heads off some flowers, and I'm kind of thinking, oh, gosh, I've got a destructive child. And I'm telling her, no, 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 you're going to kill the flowers. And yeah, wasn't really interested in not killing the flowers, but went to turn around and come back. Now I'd parked the car on the roadside, which was to then allow me to cross the road and then take her to a tiny park where there is a slide and a couple of dodgy swings that are too big really for Sophie and too small for my butt. So she's sitting on the slide and she goes, you know, swooshing off, and I've got to hold her and give her a very gentle swing. She's beginning to lose the plot at this stage as well because she's getting too tired, having walked, you know, down this reserve and then coming back. She had an hissy fit, decided to squat down on the ground, didn't want to go back to the car, and yeah, so she's having this argument with me and having a little huff to herself, and yeah, eventually get her walking back, and we get to see a duck, and we get to see a cockatoo, and we get to see a bumblebee, and she's, you know, exclaiming about the bumblebee and all of that kind of thing. Found it fascinating, and yes, that was all kinds of cute. Got to the park, and she made her way up the chunky steps that they've got there, and she was dragged down the slide. Didn't want to repeat the slide. She had more fun actually stomping up and down on the top of the slide kind of deck, where the metal was making noise, so she sounded like an Irish dancer up on the deck. It was quite funny, but yeah, she had fun doing that. And then we came home, put her in the car, and she got her bunny back, because Flopsy minds the car when we go out, so that we don't lose Flopsy in any of the stores or anything. Yeah, so that was pretty good. My post office actually, my local post office is not the post office where I did my first mail from. The post office that I went to, they weigh each of the letters. They make sure they fit through the letter hole. It's got to be within a certain dimension to get through this letter hole to qualify as a letter rather than a parcel, which gives you different charging rates. So I had them measured at home to 50 grams, literally on the nose. And in that little package is some treats. When you get them, you'll find out what they are. So I'm not going to really give you any spoilers, other than there's Vegemite in them. So they were all measured and they were all sellotaped up to make sure, because these stupid cheap Christmas cards, you know, the $2 box of Christmas cards that you can get, I don't know what they do for glue, but they might as well just, you know, wet the envelope, because the glue does not stick. So I've got sellotape sticking it all together, and I've packaged it in a way that I hope nothing will go astray and it won't get caught in the machines or anything. So yeah, Sophie sat with me for that. But the post office in the city made me fill in all the customs things, gave me actually gave me none of these customs things, gave me one full one to fill in with my details, and kept 4 of the others. But in the city, when I was in there getting them done, I had to fill in all 10 of them, and I was like, really? So yeah, that was a nice bonus that I didn't have to do that. I have a bonus drill. So yeah, the local post office, I think probably did a better service. And then she said, oh no, I'll put stamps on these, and I didn't even have to put stamps on the things. And so I'm trusting this woman to do her job, to send these envelopes to America for me. So hopefully in 3 weeks' time I will start to hear that you've got mail. And that will be all kinds of exciting. Right, you don't belong there, funky drill. It's a opal dome, like the special gems on the Christmas tree, actually, on the glowing Christmas tree from DAC, and you know, any other rhinestone thing that you might get. It's those pretty little domes. What else can I tell you? Without really divulging too much that I can't share. I have exciting news in my family. I don't know if I can broadcast it yet. I don't want to betray other people. But I have news, and that's all kinds of cool. And had a nice morning starting off with that. I'm still chasing up a couple of strays in the Premier. I'm having to think logistically, like think as a manager, and my husband would probably be much better at this because he doesn't have emotions involved. Because he'd be saying sack him and things like that. And I'm kind of going, yeah, but you don't get it. And he's kind of going, no, if they, you know, and it's like, oh, yeah. So we both have different mindsets. To be honest, I don't think I'd like to work for him. He wouldn't let me watch YouTube while I'm at work, for a start.
That's not what I said.
Oh.
I said every boss I've had in Australia would not approve of such a thing.
Oh, every boss he said he's had in Australia would not approve of me watching or listening to YouTube, not even watching, but listening to YouTube while I'm sitting at work. So I could listen to the inane radio station, who, you know, that repeats stuff regularly, or I can actually catch up on YouTube time. Yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, keeps me sane, put it that way. But I am conscious that I am at work, and I am there to either get stuff ready for the next day or finish it or whatever it is. So that is my priority, and I stick it in a Bluetooth because I'm right next to the photocopier and there's people walking past all the dang time, so I don't need my stuff spilling out into the corridor, and I would like to hear what's being said at a low volume. The speakers point the wrong way on my computer as it is, so I stick a Bluetooth thing in my ear. And I have been spoken to by a colleague who says I look like a Cyberman from Doctor Who. But then he cracks jokes that he thinks are funny and aren't necessarily. So yeah, I take that one with a pinch of salt. But when I do have both earpieces in, yeah, I do look funny. But it's whatever you need to do. 2 days off, 2 days on, and then I'm off for 4 days. So it's a extra long weekend. And then I think I'm on again on either New Year's Day or the day after New Year's Day. I haven't worked out my days on, days off. I just know, okay, so 2 days off, 2 days on, and then off for 4. I don't know why I found yesterday quite as bad as I did in work. It, you know, it wasn't really any different from any other day. Except it was, you know, the day before everything shuts up in my business. And we just kept going and going, and I ended up doing an hour's overtime, and I honestly do not know what my colleague who stepped in for me, what she ended up doing as an extra. Suffice to say, I wasn't impressed that we were asked to stay on and do a bit extra because somebody else couldn't carry their load because they were slow, and it's already like, oh, it's 5 o'clock, do you really know? And I know the next bit takes a certain amount of time, and it was just like, okay, right, I'm calling in the reserves. I'm beat. And I don't know why I was so beat, because it was only a Monday. Maybe Mondays really just take it out of me. But thankfully I'm off today. The only thing I had to stress about, if stress is a word, and it's not really in this scheme, was to get some cabbage. I make a coleslaw, and I used to, in Ireland, you used to be able to get white cabbage. I haven't been able to find white cabbage here, so I end up using the inside of a green cabbage. It kind of tastes the same, but it's not a white cabbage. They're pale, but they're certainly not white. And I think the white cabbage has a certain amount more crunchiness to it. So
You're saying it's a raw green cabbage?
no, I'm saying it's actually a white cabbage. It's like pale green on the outside leaves. There is no big cabbagey green leaves.
Like a raw green one.
And it's a much tighter packed cabbage. I used to get them in Ireland. It's like, can it be really hard to have, you know, cabbage here? Anyway, so I'll go down to the supermarket again. I wasn't going to bring Sophie out. Like, I was parked right next to it, but I wasn't going to bring Sophie in when it was kind of on her morning nap time and that, and I still had the walk ahead. Look, I could have done. She would have been fine. She's really accommodating, to be honest. But yeah, white cabbage would be the only thing that I want to do, so I can make my own coleslaw. This is the coleslaw that I have talked about, that I used to be my dad's taste tester when I was a kid, and now when I make it, it was my youngest daughter. Sophie is going to be a bit too far away from being my taste tester, but give her 5 years and she will be my coleslaw taste tester. And the only thing I'm really disappointed I can't do this year is brown bread. I can't find my brown bread mix. I didn't organise my son up in Sydney to mail me down a package because postage, and you know, it's minimum 2 kilos. It's quite a big bag, and it makes something like 4 loaves. I do need it though, because without the bread mix I actually haven't got a coarse enough brown flour to make the brown bread. And while my husband currently does not like fish, and I could forego my salmon on my brown bread, I could still have honey on brown bread. That would be my concession, perhaps, for him. But my current husband doesn't like fish. He doesn't like the smell of fish.
Or your husband doesn't currently like fish.
Well, I don't know. The weird thing is, every time we go out to eat, he'll get fish. But he doesn't like the smell of the cooking of the fish. Alright, now I'm on to chunky shapes. So I will be also transferring to tweezers, I think. Or maybe my wax pen. Let me show you. I had those loose drills this morning on the pencil case, which I'll show you soon. And I was looking for the drills to replace them, and I could not find where my stepdaughter had gone and put the spare drills from that kit. And I could have sworn I told her to get them back to me, but yeah, couldn't find them, so I'm having to make do. And as I said, when I lifted it off, the varnish that I was using just pinged them straight off. It's not gluing it as such. It's not a glue. It's not what it's designed for. So I will resin them in. The plan is to seal it with the resin so that my step can use them. This is 4. I do love these wax pens. Oops. Sophie has been playing with it and the tip has gone down just a little. And that's it. Look at all those spare drills. How cool is that? I love it when you get so much extra for the rhinestones. I love rhinestones. They're so fun to do. I was thinking of doing a notebook and thought, oh, you know what? A notebook might take too long to do, and I really wanted to have like a finish with you. So what my plan is to do is to finish this, get the resin out, paint it up while you're watching. I might have to stop the video because, you know, paint drying and all that kind of thing. Ooh, there's another one in there. And I'll bring you back in editing and you can see them in all their glory. So there's only 3 of these required. Now I need to flip this because it's bending the wrong way. I don't know where I get these bags from, whether they're probably just spares from the kits. And these bags are particularly wimpy. These are all upside down. Alright, now I've got enough. It's a little bit snug getting those to fit in. Yeah. And then 6. Now, I did do an unboxing of this ages ago. Oh my god. And what was I going to say? I did an unboxing of this. They're not cheap, these little mirror cases. But they are something that a little bit different. They are blingy and they're pretty. And I think the mirror was pretty good inside. I'll show you in just a second. Because I haven't touched this, the sticky is nice and fresh, whereas the pencil case has been sitting out for a while because I took it back off. The step to seal it so that she could bring it around and not worry about losing bits. She's not the best when it comes to tidying up or anything else, so I'm not going to give her any excuses for damaging it either. So at least it's another thing just to take her worry off you know, getting it damaged. And yes, she does. She takes after her father. He's a messy boy.
Don't go into too much detail.
He just likes playing too much to put away his toys. Don't we all? Yeah. Alright, look at that! Isn't it pretty? I'll pick it up in a second. Yeah. Alright, I'm seeing it sparkle and shine, but of course it's stationary for you. So, look at the sparkle. Alright, yeah, I'm still seeing the sparkle and shine. So there's, look, sparkle and shine. Let me get you close. And, you know, see? But then there's the mirror. You get to see my top of my bridge. Wave to the camera. So yeah, it's just a polished, shiny inside. It will fit in a handbag. Nice little compact, and isn't it pretty? All right, let me get some protection on the deck. What am I doing? No, I need to get the protection down so that I can then work on the other stuffs. Alright, that little mirror kit, it did come with a green boat pen and wax. The pink pens are not brilliant for picking up the larger gems. That's all. Now, let me make sure that you don't feel like you're going blind. I got a Christmas card this morning from Jeremy. He had said he was sending cards out, which I love, and he gave me a squirrel. But look at this. It's Trapper and it's Mary Jane. How cute are they? Although Mary Jane's being a typical cat and not actually looking at the camera. But Trapper's looking at the camera. He's such a gorgeous boy. Alright, now, what do I need? I've got this, and I've got this. Okay, I can get that out of the way, and I need my pen. I might need that, and I will need my bed. And I will need a socket. And I've got one. Let me check that's working. Perfect. Take the bottom out of that. Alright, now I'll move that to one side because I don't need it yet. I need this. Now, can I see that drill that went flying? I don't think I can. Okay. Let's see if we can compromise. Possibly not. Where did I put them? Oh dear. Well, that's even worse because the two that I had that I thought were covered from getting knocked astray have been knocked. There's one. That's 100,000. I think that's two. No, that's a different drill. There's three. Get that one out of there. So there was one more that I need. Thing is, I heard it hit metal. But I'm not seeing it on the floor. we'll just make do. Okay, so I need the tiniest of blobs. And I'm going to spread this because there's more than enough. Tweezers. Not again. Look, it's not ideal, but it's a drill. Okay. Now the rest of these are stuck down in some shape or form. And I'm literally just covering each of these with the resin. This is a UV resin, so I will need to cure it onto the lamp when I'm done. I really just want to go piece by piece. Now I have got a soft resin in the mail from Ali. The soft resin is for my notebook covers. And the intention with that is it's going to have a bit of flex, and it will keep all of the drills on where they might not otherwise have kept them on. And will also continue to hold the shine. One of these drills, the funky little starry, flowery kind of thing, has no back on it, so you can see the number 1 through the back. So do you remember in your primary school days where you were using paste glue? This is what this reminds me of. So I'm basically just trying to get it in between all the grooves. This brush is completely terrible. It's one I used with my nails. It's basically just a thing to slop the glue or the resin around with, either on my nail or anything else, because you pretty much sand everything off anyway. But I'm reasonably pleased at how kind of user-friendly this stuff is. Okay, granted, if you didn't have the nail stuff, you'd struggle to, you know, sit there with a torch that you get in the Sophie and Toffee box. Oh, by the way, somebody subscribed to the Sophie and Toffee, or at least they clicked on my link or used my code. Thank you so much. If you are interested in Sophie and Toffee and the resin stuff, you can subscribe for as much or as little as you like. You can skip months if you like. But if you subscribe and use my link, you'll get $3 off your first kit. And for every 3 new subscribers, I will get a free Sophie and Toffee box. Same as Diamond in the Rough did when I subscribed for her link. The beauty of it is then, if you yourself get addicted to this stuff just like I have, that you can pass on that discount code that you have to your friends as well and your followers, or you know, whoever. So it doesn't have to be a YouTube thing whatsoever. It just needs to be, you know, a friend, somebody who will follow the link. You know, just like we have with any of the kind of shopping bonuses. You know, it's kind of like the thing that you do actually get back. Alright, that's that half. And then you've got the little, what is this, the eraser section, or the eraser and sharpener section. Just trying to get it in all and every which way. I don't know if I've gone right to the edge. To be honest, all I'm doing is covering the flatten on sticky by doing that. So let's just get it all shiny, and these are moving because they're not stuck yet. So flip over and stay there. Alright, I think I've got it. That's all shiny, it's all pretty. Alright, so I'll get this in the UV lamp. Let me move you aside. Let me move you out of the way. This is going to take 2 goes because of where it is. That timer, I think, is a 2-minute timer. So it will do its thing while I continue to glue. And as I said, these ones are nice and sticky, so there's no chance that these will move, hopefully. And with this one, my intention is just to have a rough outline around the butterfly that just kind of gives a little bit of a border. The news from the mainland with the fires, there have been some pictures going around the internet. I hate sharing stuff without actually verifying, so it's not the kind of thing that I would pass on, but there are some serious fires going on in New South Wales and further afield. There's something like 800 homes lost. There is a sheet kind of board that the fireys have been updating. There's 800 homes lost, but they've saved 7,000. There's 300 outbuildings lost. There's 800 saved. There's those kind of figures. Some of them are just damaged. Some of them are destroyed. A lot of these would be potentially holiday homes. They're called shacks in Australia. And some of them would be permanently lived in towns. We had a town a couple of years ago in Victoria called Healesville, and that whole town literally got destroyed. I actually rode through there on my bike a couple of years later. Marysville, I think it was, in Healesville.
Shacks are actually a Tasmanian thing.
Oh, well, shacks might be a Tasmanian thing.
It's because they're put on government land originally.
Oh, and my husband said they were put on government land. There's no point.
Squatters. They can't do it anymore, but back in the day.
Oh, okay, so they're like squatters' homes, but yeah, they might be Tasmanian only. The homes in Victoria, some of them are permanent homes, some of them are holiday homes. Yeah, people are not allowed into the area. The fireys are very good. It's pretty much, if you can fight fires and you're able to, then you're kind of welcome to stay and fight on your property. But if you're not able to, it's pretty much get out and get out of the way and stay out of the way from interfering with other people. They do have lockdowns. Police will close roads, police will close areas, they'll make sure that only the residents can get in. In Tasmania, five years ago, I think it was, we had a massive fire in a town down towards the peninsula called Dunalley, and people were hiding in the water while the fires were literally blazing overhead, and it literally took out the township. They're starting to get that rebuilt now. One of the first things up was, you know, the school at the end of the summer. They needed the school. Tasmania, being Tasmania, kind of lives in the past, without meaning to be too rude about it or condescending about it. So with them living in the past, so the things like Port Arthur firearm massacre, that's a big deal. The Dunalley fires is a big deal, and also what is a huge deal are the 1969 fires that are up on the mountain, which you've seen photos of way back. The fires on 1969 up on the mountain actually took out a couple of towns up there, or, you know, suburbs. They cut them off, people died, and it was absolutely catastrophic. It's 10 minutes from the city. It's up into rural, what we call bush, but it's basically trees. The houses are being rebuilt in the trees. It's like reach out the window and you're touching trees kind of thing. And all of that undergrowth is thick. The thing with the Australian trees is that they've got oil in the leaves, and when it's really dry, all you've got is this oil, and you can actually see the oil on top of the trees, on top of the tree line, as it's vapor, and it's that oil that vaporizes that takes the fires going quite as fast as they do. It's horrific. There is no outrunning fires here. I don't think it's anything like you've got bushfires over in the States or gorse fires, but they become firestorms. Look on the internet, you will find footage, because it's all over the place at the moment. You will find footage of fireys fighting the firestorms. I can think of a Facebook link that I've seen, and it's a bunch of fireys standing with the fire truck in the middle of an open area, and this firestorm comes through the trees and it crowns, and it's just explosive, and the guys are just standing there in their heavy canvas gear and they're just weathering it. It's quite unreal. There's other footage as well that you might maybe get seen kind of virally, is a fire up in the Blue Mountains, which is just to the left of New South Wales. Blue Mountains kind of, so if you've got Sydney here, the Blue Mountains kind of surround Sydney kind of thing, you know, geographically. There's a mountain range. Well, there's a fire at the base of the cliffs, and then it climbs up these massive cliffs to spread on the ridge. So yeah, quite scary when it does get going, and we do not take our bushfires lightly whatsoever here. It's very much, if you don't have the water or the sense to be able to fight your fire, then yeah, don't even try. We don't, you can lose a property, we don't want to lose lives. That's very much the Tasmanian kind of way. So the police are on top of it, the fireys are on top of it, emergency services are on top of it. We've got things called the SES, which is the State Emergency Services. The SES are a bunch of volunteers in yellow jumpsuits, and they are absolutely amazing. They're out there in force with tea and coffee and sandwiches and refueling the fireys and refueling anyone else who needs to, and just being an ear to listen to the people who are sitting there waiting to find out if their home has burnt down. Last summer, our radio station got involved and started running movies down in a town called Huonville, because there were fires south of Huonville, and they were taking out houses, and it was quite rural. So yeah, there was a lot of anxious people, but the fireys did an absolutely incredible job. I've got colleagues that I work with that are volunteer firefighters, so I'm in awe of the fact that they do a full-time job and then they go out and they fight fires, or they do the burning afterwards, and the back burning when it's safer and all that kind of stuff. So it's play for them. I get to see the sooty looking faces and the exhausted faces, and you get a glimpse a couple of times when the videos come out of just what it was they were dealing with, and yeah, it's incredible. So thank you very much if there's any fireys watching, whether you're in the US or anywhere in the world. You guys do an incredible job for us. Yes, Jeremy would probably be slightly used to this being California, and I don't know what it is with California. You guys seem to have bushfires quite regularly.
Yeah, the eucalypts side there. Do you think it was a good idea?
Oh, apparently you've got eucalypts there. That's why you have fires. In Ireland we have gorse fires, and gorse it's a dry wood and bush, and it ignites pretty quick as well. So Rachel will be used to that kind of thing. And she showed us footage at Halloween of the gorse fire when the farmers were burning it off. Cows are picky over in Ireland because they've got choice grass, but they actually eat the gorse. Cows over here, they're snobs and they don't eat the gorse. So the cows and farmers over here don't actually know what to do with the gorse, and they're a bit stuck. But they also don't know how to burn. We are starting to see memes of, you know, how the Aboriginal elders used to use fire management as a tool, and how stupid white man is in comparison, because we don't do enough of the back burning stuff. But we're trying to learn, and we do use the traditional methods as much as possible. But then you get people complaining about asthma and smoke on the, you know, it's just like, well, do you want to have a firestorm or do you want to live? That's kind of the dilemma. Or your wilderness is going to be burning because dry lightning hits it and it hasn't been back burned and all of that kind of stuff. It's like, oh. Yes, there can be some strange and stupid mentalities get involved. Alright, look at that. I'm done. And I'm kind of up to time for what I wanted. So this is going to go to the kid. It's slightly sticky, but it is set. I will leave it where it's in a sunny position, just so the UV continues to set. The UV sets in 4 to 10 minutes usually, and it can take about 40 minutes or longer in sunshine, but sunshine can set it as well. So that will get resting in the sun. I don't know if that will actually take a full-length pencil. I think that, well, okay, it takes a paintbrush, and here is a Sharpie. Yeah, it'll probably take a pencil. Okay, and then this is the eraser or staple, not staple, eraser or sharpener end. But it's pretty, and she had it done in next to no time. She is an absolute gun when it comes to doing diamond painting. She's currently working on an owl that I unboxed way back when I was doing my rhinestoney kind of collections. Yeah, I love that she will take to it every now and then. She kind of pick and chooses when she does it. She might do it for 5 minutes at a time, but she's getting there. So I'm not giving her huge projects. I want, you know, little snack sizes for her. And this kind of thing she'll get to use again, and, you know, she'll kill Sophie if Sophie gets into it and that kind of thing. But it gives her something pretty to be able to say, I made this, and, you know, she's got the pride in that too. I don't know if I'll let her bring it to school. Not that I don't trust, but I would worry that somebody else is going to come along and damage it for her or on her. But it's certainly something she can have at home. I think I have possibly one more of these. Certainly invested more in the notebooks, and yeah, I only have the one of the mirror. That was a one-time purchase just to see, yeah, what's this about? I have some key rings I actually need to finish. I have, I think, 1 or 2 left. She's done a couple of them, I've done a couple of them. And I think she was faster than I was, but then I was probably talking at the same time doing a WiPnChat. What else have I got? I've got some key rings, butterfly key rings coming from Tina, from the sparklers, because I put an order through and she said, hey, do you want some key rings for $5? And it was like, damn you woman, you temptress. And I said, yeah, I'll have the butterflies. So I've got butterflies coming out with my sparklers. So I'm hoping they will be here next week, seeing as we have no mail for a few days. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm up to. I've got sparkly things. I'm going to put my resin away. I'm going to tidy up. It is quite stinky from a, you know, a nail kind of point of view, but it gets stored in a tub. So, yeah, I will be able to get rid of that and, yeah, tidy all this stuff up. I think the worst part is actually the resin on the mat, or the silicone mat. And I have a Sophie and Toffee box to open, so stay tuned for one of those unboxings. I think it's either the December blowout box or it's... No, it's not going to be the January box. This is the December blowout, and there are a number of little maze kind of kits. So I'm looking forward to getting into that. I'm looking forward to getting into the rest of my mail. I have a butt ton of diamond art clubs to open up, and I still have some more to order. I'm actually going to order one for my eldest daughter. I think she would really get a kick out of Trixie from Hannah Lynn. I've seen Trixie and I kind of think, yeah, I think that's her. I think she could do with the methodical diamond painting kind of thing. It's a diamond art club. She doesn't have to have a light pad if she doesn't want to, and I hope that she might enjoy doing that. And if she doesn't, she can hand it back to me. I can finish it for her and then she can have the picture back. But yeah, that was my intention for that, and that's going to be her Christmas present, so I will get around to ordering that one soon. Yeah, I think I'm done. I think you've had your ear talked off enough with me doing some resin and catching up with some news and stuff, and yeah, life. I'm sorry I can't maybe let you into all the bits of my life, but it's how it is. And I do very much appreciate you listening to the stuff I do blabber about regularly. So thank you very much for doing that. I think I've just found an extra drill, but it's stuck, so it's okay. It's also not symmetrical, which is kind of cool. It's really, really pretty. I love, and I'm seeing the shine. Yeah, to you it just looks flat, but let me shimmer and talk as I wrap up. See, there's more of the shimmer and shine. But yeah, these are gorgeous. I do love rhinestones. If you get a chance, please do try them. I've got something stuck in my teeth. Probably a bit of Brazil nut. I'm trying to get the shine. So you get the shine on the big drills here, but I'm trying to get the light coming through these greens and these pinks because it's bouncing off. I'll see if I can get some photos of what I can actually see and post them in the finish. But yeah, you're kind of getting the idea there. But it's, yeah, it's so pretty. Nice treats. Alright, check out my other videos if you'd like. I hope we've had a happy and safe Christmas. I hope it's been everything that you've wanted this year and only improves from here on if it hasn't been quite as spectacular as you have hoped. But thank you very much for joining me, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.